Peace, family. This is Lions Den with another news and commentary. This article comes from theroot.com. This is not good, ladies and gentlemen. Cyntoia Brown. Remember Cyntoia Brown, who was a sex slave, that killed his white pimp, in self-defense. Well, it turns out that the Tennessee governor, she's not one of the 11 people that the Tennessee governor will grant clemency. So I'm going to read this. It says, Cyntoia Brown's name is not on the list of 11 people Tennessee's governor grant clemency to. On Thursday, Tennessee Governor Bill Haslam granted clemency to 11 people. Cyntoia Brown's name was not on the list. WSMV reports that Haslam said in a statement, I am pleased to grant these acts of clemency. These individuals have made possible contributions to their communities and deserve pardons, or are individuals who will receive another chance to become contributing members of society by virtue of their commutations. Sorry to announce it. Among those granted clemency by the governor, 7 received pardons and 4 had their sentence commuted. Last week, after being questioned by Black Lives Matter activists during a speaking engagement, Haslam said his office was considering offering clemency to Brown, who was a 16-year-old sex trafficking victim when she was convicted of first-degree murder and sentenced to life in prison. In 2004, 43-year-old Johnny Mitchell Allen picked Brown up with the intention of paying her for sex. He took her to his home where Brown reportedly became afraid that Allen was going to kill her. She shot him once, then went back to her hotel and met up with Cutthroat, the pimp who had been trafficking her, supplying her with drugs and abusing her physically and emotionally. Brown was tried as an adult and sentenced to life in prison on December 6. The Tennessee Supreme Court ruled that she must serve 51 years before she can be considered for release. Governor Haslam is one of Brown's last hopes for freedom. While there have been no reports of him actually denying her clemency, her name being absent from the list of those who receive is troubling. Ladies and gentlemen, I knew for a fact that they're not going to let this woman out. When you have the predominantly white Tennessee State Supreme Court and allow her to, do her 51-year prison sentence before she was released, I already knew right there that she's not going to have a chance. Even though we can probably end up fighting for her to be released, but at the same time, the system has failed again. Obviously, they forgot that here in the state of Tennessee, we have a stand your ground law. And if I'm not mistaken, she was standing her ground. I'm talking about Cyntoia Brown was standing her ground. And she's still going to serve 51 more years in prison for killing a 43-year-old Johnny Mitchell Allen, which, by the way, she's involved in sex trafficking and abusing her emotionally. But at the same time, what if the role were reversed? If she was white and the black guy was the victim? Seriously. Obviously, basically, there wouldn't be a conversation, period. It would not be a conversation. So it seems to me that this is another case, a miscarriage of justice for Miss Brown. And I hope now that people still can continue to fight for her release, because in Tennessee, you have the state Supreme Court, who's predominantly white anyway, and not even give this young lady a chance of life. It goes to show that justice is basically just us once again. Or leave a comment. Tell me what you think about this article. Share this video. Subscribe my YouTube channel. Subscribe my reaction channel. And subscribe my Black Johnson channel for all the news and commentary. With that being said, this is Lions Den signing off. Deuces.